Welcome back, everyone. If you have plans to take your family abroad, which vaccines do you need and how long does it take for them to take effect? Let's find out in tonight's Ask the Doctor with Dr. Jeremy Bearfield from the Northern Nevada Medical Group. Thanks so much for your time.
No problem.
You know, a lot of people are making summer travel plans. So exciting for them, but just like they need a passport, they need these vaccinations for their protection.
Right.
How long does it take to get the full effect, though?
I typically tell people to come in, at least a month before you plan on leaving.
Okay.
Some of the vaccines that you need to get before going, the maximum efficacy is a month.
Okay.
But for some of them, you only need about a week for them to really be active. So we usually tell people to come in a month. For one, there's shortages sometimes, so make sure that they're able to get the vaccines, and then to give your body enough time to kind of respond to it so that you get full protection.
Sure. We've talked a lot about Zika, obviously, the last few months, but which diseases around the globe are most prevalent right now?
Well, you always want to make sure that you have just your normal measles, mumps, rubella, hepatitis, polio, flu shots, things like that. But some of for the exotic countries that people go to, yellow fever, Japanese encephalitis, typhoid, those are some of the kind of ones you don't always hear about that people might need to get depending on what country they go to.
And pregnant women or children, anything extra they have to do?
Not typically, but some of the vaccines you can't get unless you're a certain age, and you worry about some of them with pregnant women. But for the most part, there's no specifics besides the Zika with pregnant women. But besides that, there's not any additional precautions for them.
Yeah. I was on the CDC's website earlier today, and I was surprised to see how many cases of polio are out there, right? And you talked about getting these vaccines, when you're a young child or up until you're 12 years old. What about for adults? Is there a lifespan for these vaccines, or do we need booster shots before we go to some countries?
A lot of times you need a booster, and some of the things that we can do is check titers, so we can actually take some of your blood and see whether you still have antibodies present from whenever you had it done. And if you don't, then we just revaccinate you, give you a booster. But if we can follow and track your vaccines that you had when you were younger, usually you're okay. But a lot of people want to get boosters on hepatitis, especially if you're going to another country. And people, if they don't know, they might just want to get a booster anyway, just to be sure.
It can't do any harm.
Right.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much.
No
You were great. We appreciate having you. We know there are a lot of people calling, which is it's great for our community. Apparently, a lot of vacations are being scheduled, right? If you still have questions, he will be here until 6 tonight. Call 858-2222.